Today, we're focusing on looping backspin with your forehand and backhand. We're not focusing on mechanics today, but on the feeling of the shot. Let's start with the backhand loop and address 3 common mistakes. Mistake number 1, don't wait for the ball to land on the table to start your backswing. Because the backhand doesn't require a big body turn, players often just stand and watch the ball, starting their backswing only after it bounces. Why do you get jammed? 9 times out of 10, it's because your backswing starts when the ball lands. If you start your backswing as the ball hits your side, you will always be jammed. You must have your backswing prepared as the ball crosses the net. That's how you match the rhythm. Many players wait for the bounce, then compensate for this first mistake with a second one. They stand further back and lunge at the ball, but still can't generate power. By backing up, you're just pushing your arm out and lifting, which means you can't use any of the opponent's incoming power. That's the first major error. The second backhand mistake is not daring to drive your arm forward into the table. You must commit to hitting forward. No matter where you stand, your hand must be moving forward into the table. The 2 most extreme problems with backhand loops are either stroking purely up and down, or wiping sideways across the ball. The most severe issue is when the forearm and upper arm are locked together while wiping sideways. I suggest practicing a backhand punch against topspin. A punch must go forward. You can't get power by going sideways or up. I realized my own backhand is strong because I used to play with medium pips, which forces you to hit forward. The reason you can't generate quality on your backhand loop against backspin is a lack of forward motion. Many players keep their arm rigid and only use their wrist. Your entire arm should move forward, just like in a punch. Think of looping backspin as a larger, more exaggerated punch with added friction. Whether the ball is deep, short, or to the sides, you must meet it head-on to consistently loop it onto the table. Otherwise, you'll only be able to hit perfect practice balls but will be too scared to loop in a real match, resorting to pushing instead. So, meet the ball. Drive your arm forward into the table. Don't pull away, lift up, or wipe sideways. If you miss, it's a brushing issue, but the direction of force must be correct. Point number 3. The ideal backhand feeling is letting the ball come to you and almost jam you before you execute the stroke. You're not reaching for the ball. You're letting it come into your body space and then exploding out. Many players fail to generate power because they feel the ball getting close and immediately rush to hit it. That won't create power. Let the ball get closer to your body. Pull your racket back, let the ball push into your space, and then you push back. Let the ball's force meet your force. Here's an analogy. This is my hand, and this is the racket. When the ball is out here, don't start your swing to hit it. Wait for it to travel closer to your racket, and then initiate your power. The common mistake is starting the forward swing when the ball is still far away. Let it get closer. The nearer it is to your body, the more explosive power you can release. It's like absorbing the ball into your body and then firing it out. Your backhand lacks power and spatial awareness because you start your forward motion too early, making contact at the very end of your stroke. This leaves you with only a weak wrist flick, with no power from your arm. Okay, let's move on to the forehand. Looping with the forehand is easy to learn, but hard to master. You must use your body. It's difficult at first, but once you do, you'll find generating power is incredibly simple. Your body is the most important part. For any ball to my forehand, I never face the table squarely. I turn my body so my chest faces the umpire's position. No matter what kind of ball comes to my forehand, including backspin, this is my ready position. Drill this principle into your muscle memory. You don't even need to think about leg drive or hip rotation yet. Just turn your body away, then turn it back. That alone is enough power. Forget advanced techniques for now. Simply using this body turn to lead your arm swing will generate significant power. If you face the table squarely, you can only arm the ball, because your body has locked your arm's power. Once your body starts rotating, your arm will naturally swing along with it. So, for any forehand shot, turn your torso to face the umpire, then rotate through the ball to face your opponent. Umpire, opponent. Next time you practice, force yourself to turn, even if it feels slow. Everyone is slow to get to their forehand at first. When I started, I thought I'd never be able to move for a forehand shot. But gradually, I built the habit, and it became second nature. It takes practice. Don't worry about your current skill level. Without change, there is no improvement. Once you turn your body, the forward power will come naturally. The rotation creates momentum, and your arm swing becomes effortless and powerful. Leg drive and hip rotation come later. If you're not even turning your torso yet, you can't access that power. The second issue with looping backspin: to lift a backspin ball, your racket must start below the ball. Most players fail to do this. Nearly all your mistakes, a lack of power, and inability to get under the ball, are caused by your body, not your arm. Why can't you get your arm low enough? If you stand upright and just drop your arm, your racket is still above the ball's level. You have to lower your entire body. First, bend your knees to get lower. Building on that, drop your hitting shoulder. Each part contributes to lowering your position, getting you even further down. Finally, on top of that, make sure your elbow isn't high. Keep it down. Now, you are truly below the ball. So, it's three things: lower your knees, your shoulder, and your elbow. This is the only way to get your racket position fundamentally lower than the ball. If your legs are straight and your arm is high, a common problem for taller male players, you'll always hit the ball with the bottom edge of your racket. Get your knees, shoulder, and elbow down to create the basic conditions for brushing the ball. Crucially, you must maintain this low posture all the way through to the moment of contact. The problem is that players get into this good, low position during the backswing, but by the time they make contact, their body and arm have already risen up. How can you brush the ball like that? How can you drive forward? How can you accelerate? If your body has already completed its motion before you even hit the ball, you can't transfer any power. What most amateurs do is this: before the ball even arrives, their body has already stood up. If so, what was the point of squatting down in the first place? If your arm swing is reduced to a short, forward drive, where will the arc come from? You are essentially hitting the back of the ball flat. You cannot create a loop trajectory that way. This is not a timing issue. The problem is that at the moment of contact, your body and arm posture are incorrect. It's like greeting an elder: you must first bow to show respect. You can't be strutting around like a peacock. Your posture is completely off. This isn't about waiting longer for the ball. No matter how late you hit it, if your posture is wrong at contact, the shot will fail. It's a preparation error. If your body has already finished rotating, your arm has finished brushing, and your swing is complete before contact, how can you possibly transfer any power into the ball? This is precisely why so many players fail to loop the ball. The third problem is that amateurs have the wrong timing for brushing the ball, which is related to your backswing. You're not synchronizing your backswing with the incoming ball, which is why your rhythm is off. For example, if the opponent gives you a slow push and you backswing too early, you'll rush the contact point. If they give you a fast push and you use that same timing, you'll be late. You cannot just complete your backswing and then try to adjust your timing. Only a professional with years of training can do that. Your problem is that you don't watch the ball to adjust the rhythm and position of your backswing, which causes your contact point to be inconsistent. It's not just about waiting for the ball. You know you should wait, but if your backswing is already complete, you can't wait. You're forced to swing immediately, which leads to a mistimed shot.